What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And it's been a couple of months since we've talked about where's the fair use. We haven't really had a lot of new developments happen in the YouTube community, but for the first time in a really long time, I'm actually able to bring you some really good news, and I'm excited to do it. Now, before I get started here, let me go ahead and say that if you are someone who is interested in fair use, and you're also going to be in VidCon this June, I will be at VidCon as well, doing several things, including signings and different panels. One of the panels I'll be on, I'll be moderating a panel about fair use and how it's applied here on YouTube and how it affects creators like you and me. So if you have a creator badge, I really hope you'll choose to attend that. I'm going to try to get a recording of it, and we'll even put it up here on the channel as well. YouTubers getting sued these days is pretty much commonplace, and we see it all the time. You have people like Jim Sterling getting sued by angry game developers for $10 million because they didn't like his reviews. You see people like Michelle Phan being sued by the recording industry for using small snippets of their music. But it's pretty rare that you see a YouTuber suing other YouTubers, but that is absolutely, unfortunately, what's happened this week. A couple of YouTubers by the name of Ethan and Gila, you may know them as H3H3 Productions, recently got sued by another YouTuber for making a comedy video showing small clips of his videos and kind of poking fun of them. Now, if you've never seen one of their videos before, it's a fairly common format you certainly have seen. It's them sitting in front of a camera, discussing a video that they are watching or a YouTuber who they've discovered. They'll show small 5, 10, maybe 15-second clips of their videos to show you what they're talking about. They'll review it, they'll critique it, they'll make jokes about it, sometimes they'll write entire sketches, and that's certainly what they were doing in this case. And for the most part, whenever they create a video, the majority of the video will be them doing their shtick, telling their jokes, reviewing what they're watching. Only a small portion of that video will be the thing that they're showing or thing that they're critiquing. In this case, I believe the original video was about 12 to 14 minutes long, and only 2 or 3 minutes of the original videos and the original content owner was included, and that almost always will fall within the realm of fair use. Unfortunately, the person featured in the videos did not agree with that. They reached out to H3H3, told them they didn't like the use of the videos, tried to come up with some terms that some people here on YouTube has referred to as straight out extortion. Allegedly, they demanded likes on their videos, referrals and appraisals from his audience, even cash to be transferred from them to him, or else he would issue a copyright strike. And as they were attempting to negotiate this, the guy must have lost his patience because allegedly he issued a copyright strike, which of course severely punishes any channel here on YouTube. Now look, I don't want to get sued, but I just have to say that is one of the most fucked up low pieces of shit things somebody can do, to try to use copyright law as a weapon to try to batter money out of somebody else, allegedly. Now, since they could not come to some sort of agreeable terms, it looks like that offended party has decided to sue in response. They've hired a lawyer, they put together an entire court case, and they are moving forward with it, and that just plain sucks. Even if they're found in the right here, these types of things tend to take a year or 2 years at a time. It very rarely is settled quickly. When it is settled, you end up having to pay all of the court costs and all the lawyer fees yourself, even if you're found to be right. And if they're found to be wrong for some reason, because a jury doesn't really understand fair use, it could destroy their livelihoods, destroy their channels that they built here on YouTube, and have a very long reach into how everybody creates YouTube videos, even affect the partnership program at its base level. I mean, if you enjoy review videos similar to the ones they create or about video games or movies, obviously those would change. But if a lawsuit happens here and that person wins it, it could affect fair use all throughout YouTube, even scaring away YouTube from offering their partnership program, no longer paying some of your favorite YouTubers, and a lot of them are going to have to quit to go find different jobs. But that's where the good news comes in, because H3H3 made a video explaining this entire situation and what's happening to them, and that got a video game attorney, Ryan Morris, involved, who has been very, very instrumental here in fair use when it comes to YouTube and how it affects us YouTubers, going so as far as to represent people legally free of charge. That dude is awesome. But all of that led to Philip DeFranco covering this in his news show, Also starting a GoFundMe page for the legal defense fund for this particular case and for H3H3, kicking in $5,000 himself. When I saw that, I kicked in $500. Some of your favorite YouTubers kicked in money as well, and that legal defense fund now totals $117,000 gathered within 24 hours, and it just keeps growing. And not only did some of your favorite YouTubers kick in money, but we're even talking about people you would consider enemies of H3H3. You're seeing people like Leafy kick in money. We even saw the Fine brothers kick in $10,000 of their money to help defend fair use here on YouTube. And that is fucking awesome. Because I have to admit, and I know that I contributed to this myself, over the last few months, we've seen the YouTube community begin to tear itself apart. I feel like Phil DeFranco was right. It was kind of like watching Avengers Civil War. But when we saw a common enemy, we all united together. And now I feel like that drama stage here on YouTube is finally over, or at least coming to an end, and I couldn't be happier. But just when you thought this story couldn't get any better, it did. Ethan and his wife made a video today explaining that they would not take the money personally. Instead, they were going to put it into an escrow account that would be used to pay for lawyers, not just for their case, but for anybody who appeals to them and Ryan Morris for issues of fair use. All of the money that we collected will go to protect anybody having issues with fair use here on YouTube to prevent people from getting wrongfully sued. How fucking awesome is that? Now here's the thing, I've seen a lot of people say on the internet that they don't like Ethan and Hila, they don't like their videos, they don't want to help those people, and that's understandable, but you have to realize that this is a lot bigger than that one YouTube video or that one channel. This is something that affects the entire community. Fair use affects everybody who creates YouTube videos and everybody that watches it. It must be defended. YouTube has to help us defend it. And hopefully, if you're in a position to do so, you can help us defend it, either by watching those videos, sharing those videos, or maybe even giving a few bucks yourself. All of these people that have given to that fund understand that this is still a community. And yes, recently there's been a lot of infighting and name calling and finger pointing, but we still will protect each other from a common enemy. And man, does that feel good to know that that community that made me so proud to be a part of YouTube is still here, and that you and I are still a part of it. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's all good news from here. I can't believe so much good news can come out of such bad news, that someone decides to sue for frivolous reasons, allegedly frivolous reasons, and it's resulted in this much good, this much galvanizing of the community, and it makes this old heart of mine beat a little faster and a little harder. And by the way, I know some of you are going to be complaining in the comments section, Boogie, we thought you were done with the drama, and I did say that, but I also did clarify that when it comes to community events that affect us all, specifically when it comes to stuff like fair use or the partnership program or YouTube policy, I'm definitely going to talk about that stuff. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I didn't. It's something I've always talked about. It's something I'll always talk about, and your comments are not going to change that. It's important to me, it's important to most of my viewers, and it's important to everybody here on YouTube by and large. And if you could do me a favor, if you see somebody complaining about that in the comments section below, link them to this part of the video. Because when it's good news like this, I can't wait to share it with you. I can't wait to celebrate with you, because today's a good day on YouTube, and we haven't had a lot of those lately. So guys, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon. Man, good times.